Greetings, my people. Shalom out there, man. It is Friday, September 20th, 2019. My birthday is tomorrow. It's the Shabbat. All praise to the Most High for that, man. Turning 26. And I just woke up today. I'm like 4:44 today, man, this morning. What time it is right now? It's 7:44 right now. And I don't know, I was just sitting there thinking about a lot of things and putting things in perspective and just constantly talking to the Most High, like always. It's just beautiful having a relationship with the Most High because he just show you so many things. And what's meant to be a prison to you will no longer be a prison. It's freedom in the Most High. And it's just so beautiful just to... I can't believe people trade this up for material things that's temporary. People trade freedom for bondage. And I can't comprehend that. I don't need to comprehend that. I don't want to comprehend that. Because that's vanity, that's foolishness, that's folly. But I'm just so grateful, bro. I'm just so grateful for everything. They cut my yard yesterday. You know what I'm saying? They cut the other part of my yard that's past my fence. They cut that. And they did that for a sign to me. They purposely did that because they wasn't supposed to cut that. The only part they were supposed to cut was the part that's for my where the sewage, where the drain would be, or like the they wasn't supposed to cut none of that shit, bro. Or cut where the damn Bell South box or whatever that shit box is that they gotta check. Cut around there, but they didn't have to cut the whole thing. But they did that for a message. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same motherfuckers that cut, same motherfuckers that cut a part of my shit before that they weren't supposed to cut. But, which, they're privately owned fucking little politician fucking company bitch. Guats and shit. Chicos or whatever the fuck they is. But that's besides the point. I just want to talk about how I was just sitting there and I was just thinking about my dream today because there was many thoughts. Many things I talked about the Most High today. Me and him was talking, and I was just really thinking about the dream I had one time. And this one dream I had was about I was in this factory, right? In the factory, it looked like a FedEx setting, and it's so crazy because months later, I started working at this FedEx, but the whole concept or the synopsis of the dream, the concept of the dream was there was trucks delivering art, and it was me and a few other people that was working the conveyor belt in this factory, and the conveyor belt stretched from the truck all the way up to God, to the heavens, bro, to God, to heaven, basically. Cause it's like you can see gold and stuff at the top. Like you can see gold. It was like you can see straight paradise in the skies in the heavens, but you couldn't see all the way in there. You could just see like gold, and you can see clouds, and you can see clouds of gold. Everything was golden clouds at the top. So I was like, okay, there's heaven, and there was a truck that was delivering art. So the conveyor belt stretched from heaven. The conveyor belt stretched from heaven to. I'm trying to show you this. Alright. I got 3 sticks, thank you, y'all. So look. This stick up here, this would be heaven, right? This would be the heaven, right? This would be us right here. This is the conveyor belt. This is the conveyor belt. This is the conveyor belt. And this other stick was connected to the truck. This other stick. And they purposely playing this music loud. But this other stick was connected to the truck, like this. And the truck came and it was delivering art. The truck was delivering art, and it was coming like this. It was coming down, coming. The truck was delivering art. It was coming through the truck. This is the conveyor belt. And we was on each side. It was me right here, at the front. There was another person right here, another person right here, another person right here, another person right here. And what was happening was, sorry, the music stopped. And what happened was the art that was coming off that truck. It was like we was doing special things with our hands, and it's like we were doing special things. We were doing special things with our hands. It was like, damn, I might just keep it like this, bro. It's okay. We were doing special things with our hands, and we was doing a fast thing with our hands, and it was shaping it and making it better, kind of like preparing it. We was like doing our own little thing to the art for it to be like perfect, so it can be delivered. It was as it was going up to the Most High. Like we was doing our part in the factory, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's so funny because the dream I had, like I had another dream, like I said, you know, when my body was sliced like clay. The dream that my baby mama died, my body was sliced like clay and I felt like clay. And the Most High, he put me back together, and he did the same thing he did with his hands, like, and I was made whole and I was glowing. That's the same thing we was doing to the art when it was coming off the truck on the conveyor belt. We was doing the same thing that Most High was doing with his hands. We did with our hands, and it polished it, and it made it like right, like perfect, sent to the Most High type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that was another dream I had. I was just sitting here just thinking about it. So I was putting that together. You know what I'm saying? And well, what I'm doing on this video, you know, like I always do, I'm just sharing certain, you know, things. I'm sharing like thoughts and, you know, things that me and the Most High, just insights on what me and the Most High talk about, you know, in regards to my walk with Him and things I've been through, so, you know, it can benefit other people, you know, because what good is keeping all of this wisdom and understanding, you know, and what's that word, interpretation of things, if, you know, it's all to myself. You know, it's life and death on the tongue. It's life and death on the tongue, man. And it says in the word. You know what's so funny? It says in the, you know what the common, you know what the common saying of the world is? Oh, stick and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, right? But it's so funny how in Apocrypha it says the opposite of that. It says words are like sticks and stones that break bones. It says in Apocrypha. And it's either in wisdom, I think it's in wisdom, or it's in Sirach, one of those. But I read it, you know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because, you know, just like it says in the regular Bible, in the Bible period, in the Word, it says, you know, there's life and death on the tongue. So so ask yourself, you know, how many have you killed with your words? How many have you killed with your words? How many have you deterred from the truth and killed from your words? I was just thinking this the other day, like, was judgment, like, not what judgment, but what's considered death to us, what we consider death isn't what the Most High considered death. You know what I'm saying? We see death, some of us see death as, you know, just a physical end. You know, no more breathing, no more living, which is a form of death, but, you know, real death come when you don't have the spirit that give life. That's real death. When you don't have the spirit that give life, that's death. The only thing you can do is be dead. Be an example of death and show others how to be deaf. But the crazy thing is, all in all things serve the purpose of the Most High. Yeah, we're born into a prison, but we have that freedom, we have free will. So you can freely choose to either stay in prison or you can choose to, you know, be free from your imprisonment. Because there's many people that, you know, snare themselves and keep themselves a prisoner, you know, all because their heart, which is wicked amongst all things, their heart desire things that, you know, imprison their whole being. You know, and that's why the Most High, you know, He deal with the heart, you know, because for some reason, I was just thinking this when I woke up too, it's like the heart and the mind is like, it's somewhat connected to the spiritual. It's connected to your spirit in a way. And when I got up, I was just thinking about that and just pondering on that too. You know what I'm saying? It's connected. But that's why I said in the word, especially in Psalms, that the Most High, He heals the heart. He heals the heart. Because it says, I think in Jeremiah or Isaiah, it says, the heart is deceitful amongst all things. The heart is wicked. But who searches the heart? Who knows the heart? The Most High knows all things. He knows the heart. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High knows the heart is wicked. So that's why He got His spiritual laws in place and things that He put in His word for us to, abide by, so that it can purify us and clean us. It can get our house in order. You know what I'm saying? The Most High generously, gives you a broom and a mop to keep your house clean and keep your room clean consistently. And that's His word. There's only one way to righteousness and truth, but in the world there's many paths to destruction and folly. Many paths. But the Most High, He gives you that one straight way, and that one straight way is that way that many people don't like to go. It's that way that many people fail to acknowledge, or they shun away and they push away, which is the truth. It's that one way. And it's so crazy how, we're definitely born into a prison, and you got some people who like being prisoners, who's content with just being prisoners. Then you got some people who want to work and upgrade and be a damn guard. Then you got some people who want to work and upgrade and be a damn, either a secretary of the guard, or they want to be the warden of the prison. You got so many, you got different jobs in this prison that people just, people comfortable with, you know what I'm saying? Or they set their heart to be. And I read Amos 5 today too, because since I read all the Bible basically. Well, I read all the Bible, so basically what I do today is, I flip through the Bible and I just stop on random pages and I read 3 chapters a day. That's what I do now. And I came across Amos 5 and it was just talking about how basically those who are used as a spoil, the Most High will, bring up the used to, go against the fortress, or the fortress of the enemy, basically, like the fort of the enemy. So that stood out to me. Just the whole Amos 5 is a prophecy, and it's a real deal prophecy, bro. And it's tough. It's a tough chapter, bro. And I was just thinking that again today too, before I cut this camera on, like, I was just talking to the Most High, and it's many doctrines. It's many doctrines that gives a form of the truth, but isn't the whole truth. It's many, and I might title this video that, but I don't know. But there's many doctrines that give a form of the truth, but that's not the whole truth. The devil basically used the Most High word, which is the Bible. He used the word is a history book. The word is basically a history book, and the devil used that, manipulate it to make it go against us, because that's what the devil do. He manipulate things to make it go against itself or others. Things like that. So I was just thinking, like, damn, you got many philosophies that say, oh, we're gods, we're this and that, when we know for a fact we're not gods. We may be a form or a shape of God, like we may have certain things we can do that will be godly, but we ourselves are not gods, period. Because we are created. There's one that's higher than everything, and that one is above all things, and all things serve that one purpose, period. So we're not gods. And then secondly, you got some, philosophies that say we're angels, when we may be a form of an angel, but we're not angels. Angels are messengers of God. They're helpers of God. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're messengers and helpers, but angels are perfect. We're imperfect. The angels are the unseen. You can see us. Angels are the unseen. And one can say, okay, there's the blind, deaf, and dumb, so they can't see or hear. But you know, if we want to speak on that perception in regards to that, since we're dealing with the blind, deaf, and dumb every day, you know, which would be our gang stalkers, those that persecute us, you can say in that aspect, in that realm in which you're perceiving it, that we are somewhat angelic, but all in all, we're not, because you got wicked people, you got righteous people, and then you got angels, cherub. The angels and the cherub are the unseen that's doing the things that, you know, the physical can't see. And yes, our human body is physical. This is a temple of our spirit. This flesh hold back our spirit that's in us. You know, it hides our true selves. But see, what's so cool about everything is, it's gonna show on the outside who you are. No matter how much, you know, this flesh, you know, hide the spirit, it's gonna show. Eventually, with time, it's gonna show who you are at the end of the day. The inside gonna show on the outside. And what the Most High is doing, and what the veil is lifting, and what the Most High really gonna fully do, what he fully gonna do is, he gonna remove the covering of those who think they covered, that their deeds are covered, that they can't be seen. He gonna remove that blanket off of them, bro. He already doing that now. You know, that's why some of the truths are showed and exposed. You know, he took the shit off. You know, he's like, here, this is what's going on before your eyes. This is what's been going on for centuries. This is the overall plot. Veil lifted. Now you see. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be more things about to come, bro. And like I did say in one of my other videos, you know, when I was like, you know, my old videos, I was wearing like a gray shirt too. I was talking about the, what I said, it was targeted individuals, I think it was like Rap to Dream or something. I titled it again, Rap to Dream. But yeah, like, it's so crazy, like, things and events did take place in September, in the month we in. And I feel like that's like an initial mark, like, bitch, this the point of no return, bitch, like, it's real deal now. Like, everything after this point is gonna be straight fierceness. You know what I'm saying? So, just, you know, all these fucking hurricanes and tropical storms and destruction and shit going on. All these sightings and meteors and shit. It's like crazy, bit, but yeah, like, people righteously choose. And you know, the Most High definitely brought up servants and people that know him. He brought up, and it's so cool, man. Like, the Most High allowed, you know, he allowed us to be as everyone else for a period of time, but then he, you know, shows us the truth. And that way, you know, we come out with great substance. He'll allow us for a period of time to be blind, for a period of time to go through certain things, all to, you know, create testimonies and to build us up to help others. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that. You know, men that call if you are chosen, you got many who go through hardships. You got many who got testimonies and go through hardships. But, you know, their heart is so corrupted and their mind is corrupted along with their heart. And, you know, all of that follow vanity. And they choose to do the works of the enemy rather than the works of the Most High. They choose to abide by the laws of the land to have a better life in this temporary life rather than abide by the Most High laws and, you know, go through, you know, hardships. So they righteously choose with their life and what they devote everything of them, what they devote their time to. They righteously choose who they is and what they want to do for themselves. They choose that. Because it's only with your life that you worship the Most High. Only with your life. And many people show with their life who they worship and acknowledge on a day-to-day basis. And that's how you sell your soul. That's how your soul is sold. Who are you living for? What is life to you? Which is some things. Thank you, y'all. I'm putting everything that we talked about on here. What is life to you? Some people see life as, survival. Survival of the fittest. That's why people join this citizen court shit. Survival of the fittest. My family gotta eat. I gotta do. Which you can we understand that, but when you living and you being benefited off the spoil of others, you doing the same thing the slave masters did to our ancestors. So how are you better than them? To the extent that you judge, you will be judged. What you reap is what you sow, and it will be sevenfold to you. So just as many died and was killed on behind this program, was persecuted behind this program, sevenfold will be given to you. You know what I'm saying? Probably even more than that. And the Most High might just, do you away to where he charged you per every soul that fell victim to this program through the centuries. And that can be an eternity down there, bro. So, hey, it might go like that. Who knows? But, yeah, what is life to you? Some people see life as, just surviving. That's life. That's what the majority see life as, just survival. And it also says in the word, and it be more that perish than that be saved. More that perish than that be saved. And it's so funny that the masters that the broad road of destruction have that one mindset that, the purpose of life, the meaning of life is just survival. When are you living to be, an oppressor? Are you living to be a slave? What are you living for? What are you living to do? What is life to you? How are you living your life every day? Are you living your life according to being oppressed? Are you living your life according to, helping the oppressed? Like, are you living the life according to, what side you going to be on? That's why it says in the word, those that want to lose their life, those that lose their life will, no, what was it saying in the word? It was like, what the prophet Jesus said, he said, those that want to keep their life will lose their life, and those that, want to save their life will keep their life, or something like that. But I know when he said that, meaning that, you got those that are in the physical, that's in vanity, that see them as, living life is keeping their physical life. But then you got those who are living on the same platform that, lost their previous life of vanity, which is the life that the Most High allows to go through. They lost that previous life of vanity to live a life of being chosen, a life of truth, and teaching others a life of truth. But with them living like that, they freed their soul to live in an everlasting peace and rest past this life, so they will ultimately live forever. But those that choose to save their life, their physical life now, will live a life of torment and gnashing of teeth after this, because they chose they chose to keep their life, so they already lived their life here. And at the end of the day, who are you? What's in you to make you, decide these things? What spirit is in you that, make you live a life of vanity, or make you live a life of righteousness, that make you choose these decisions within this big trial that we all go through? What's in you to make these decisions day by day? Is it yourself with your wicked heart that's guiding you, that's snaring you up in these consistent traps? You know what I'm saying? But the Most High is the God of increase. He show you truth, and he's judgment as well. He's a great and terrible God. And he showed judgment. But the cool thing about the Most High is he will chastise you. But he will also, through your chastisement, he will show you truth. And he will reprove you. He will give you a righteous, just chance to either follow righteousness or keep following yourself. And he will show you all throughout your life that you're not a God, because you don't know what's going to come the next day or hours later. And you're not perfect, because If you was a God, you wouldn't make things purposely hard for you. You would eternally be at rest and peace if you could. So at the end of the day, a lot of people ensnare themselves and they make themselves a prisoner when the Most High already gave you a way of freedom. He gave you a way of righteousness. I mean, you're called if you're chosen. And I think that's why I'm going to title my video. And with the Gentiles and everybody else, he used all things. All things serve his purpose. And that's why you got Gentiles that are targeted, because all things serve the Most High purpose, man. So the Most High can use a Gentile, man, to deliver truth and to show truth as well, because all things serve the purpose of the Most High. So that's why you got white people that are targeted. But yes, they are chosen. There are a chosen nation of people, which are the Yasharites, from the bloodline of Adam, descendants of, the transatlantic slaves and descendants of Abraham. Those are chosen people. And those are the people that he extensively exert truth through. Those his people that he extensively exert truth from. It's his people. Because he has an everlasting covenant with us. And so as we are an everlasting covenant to him, we are a everlasting, vessel to be used for his will to be done. It's a war spirit against flesh, flesh against spirit. So all praise to the Most High, man. All praise to the Most High, man. Thank you, y'all. So I'm just putting it all on here so somebody can learn. So somebody can learn from this, man. All praise to y'all.